Hey everyone, welcome back to Manga Storian. And like we did a couple of weeks ago, I thought it'd be fun to talk about a manga that I have been convincing my friend to read. Today we're going to be talking about... I'm making a mess. Oh no! I closed the thing. Audio's still going. You better read it. This better stick. Hey everyone, welcome back to Manga Storian. I thought it'd be fun to talk this weekend about another manga that I've been enjoying and I've been trying to convince my friends to read. Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero. I never get the name right. Oh yeah, well this cover you can see why, but this is the actual first one. But see, I did this so it can go in the thumbnail. Right, see? YouTube genius over here. I'm a genius. All right, so Level 1 Demon Lord, One Room Hero. I actually got it off of this book. The back of it's just as sexy. I'm just throwing that out there. This story is actually really fun. If you've ever played the game Dragon Quest, like our producer Dan does, this is like your dream manga, okay? So the basic concept is really simple. This little girl-looking character who isn't a girl or a guy, they're androgynous, I pretty much believe. Like they freely, they're gender fluid, if anything. They're the Demon Lord, okay? And they look like, and you know, I'm gonna do it from the book again, even though I'm gonna get you guys the images on the screen because, you know, why wouldn't I? But the Demon Lord right there, you can barely see them because they barely drew the super awesome Demon Lord. But basically, you have the Dragon Quest. I was gonna say Dragon Hero, but that sounds like a fun game. Can someone find me Dragon Hero? I think that's probably a game for the Nintendo I probably played. Anyway, ADD taking over again. Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero is about a guy who is basically the hero of Dragon Quest, which is a great RPG franchise, but it's running along the concept of what happens once he wins. Okay, so the opening of the manga is he defeats the Demon Lord, and the Demon Lord says, "You've defeated me, but I have 7 incarnations, and I will be returning to get my vengeance. You need to wait on me, Max the hero." And that's where the story ends. Like, the hero wins, and if this was the video game, the credits would roll. The Demon Lord wakes up a little more diminished than they were used to. So now they look like this. Okay, don't worry. YouTube won't get me. It's censored. Anyway, they look like this. What happened is the Demon Lord woke up early. And the Demon Lord's assistant, this character, see, they're important. They're not just cover for the thumbnail. That character is the only one who is there. All of the Demon Lord's followers are asleep. They're all regenerating from when Max and his team defeated them. So the Demon Lord, not fully aware that they have woken back up. I'm going to say he, because I'm pretty sure it's a he. But yeah, they go back and forth between turning into a woman, turning into a little girl, turning into... It's all over the place. The Demon Lord can transform all they want. Anyway, he wants to see Max. He wants to go get his revenge. Like, the Demon Lord is not aware that they're only like 3 feet tall now and they look like a little schoolgirl. The Demon Lord thinks that they're still this big, brawny, crazy character. And what happens is they go to see Max, and it's been 10 years only to discover that Max is a bum. He's a complete bum. He has a one-room apartment. He has not become the ruler of anything. He's not praised for anything. He is trash. They make a comment about how he's getting a double chin because he's given up on his training. His magical sword is leaning against the side of the building. I think it's holding up his clothes and stuff like that. So it's like what happened to the hero after the story? He became just garbage. And the overall story is just a lot of fun because the Demon Lord's trying to, like, at first he wants to challenge Max. Like, Max, we're going to fight. But Max is like, dude, you're 3 feet tall and you can't do anything. And he's like, well, Max, you just need to get up and fight and we'll fight like it used to be. But the Demon Lord quickly realizes that Max just doesn't care. Max has given up being the hero. Max wants nothing to do with anything. And so the Demon Lord decides that he's going to move in and he will train Max for their big fight that they're going to have. So we get like an odd couple situation with like the hero from the Dragon Quest style games and this 3 foot tall Demon Lord that can transform into this like sexy schoolgirl who doesn't know how to wear clothing properly. We have the funny part of like the secretary insisting on showing up, stuff like that. And as the story unfolds, we begin to discover more of what happened. So like the wizard of the team became like a prime minister of like the magical ministries or something like that, some weird thing, and is like way high up in the army. while the big brawny like fighter guy of the original team went off to his home nation. And now these two nations are at war, and they're trying to get Max to side with them. Meanwhile, Max's entire history post saving the world has been nothing but tabloid fodder. Like, they catch him doing things that he shouldn't be doing, or they catch him conveniently at a spot he shouldn't be doing, and they're following him like he's a washed-up has-been movie star, getting him on like tabloids, and they've got like the paparazzi following him and stuff like that. So the story unfolds with like two of the others are like really high up in their nations, and they're going to war. Max is being followed around like he's a washed-up has-been, and the Demon Lord's like, well, I'm gonna train Max, and he starts to discover how bad everyone's lives went post the death of the Demon Lord. And it goes on. I got the fourth one upstairs. I didn't bring it down, but we have the first 4 volumes tells a complete story, which I really do appreciate. It's really good. And it tells the story of Max going to his 2 friends. Like, here's the wizard guy. I don't know. I mean, I'm putting images on the screen. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Anyway, this is the wizard guy, and then his like brawny fighter buddy. And they're the 2 that are fighting the nations against each other and stuff like that. And so what ends up happening is the first arc here, which includes volume 4, tells the complete story about what's going on with that war, why Max isn't involved, how the Demon Lord is kind of like getting involved and trying to fix things up. I highly recommend this series. When I just started grabbing random manga long before we thought about bringing back Manga Storian, this is one of the first ones I got, and I've stuck with it since it started coming out. It's just this first issue, the concept just sounded like so much fun. It just did to me. I mean, the back of it says, the Demon Lord has been defeated by a brave hero who is destined to arise again. 10 years later, he emerges early from his slumber to exact his revenge. However, he returns to find that neither the world nor the legendary hero are what they once were. Can the powers of darkness triumph over a shut-in slob? So, like, that right there should tell you exactly what you're looking at. The story's great if you're a fan service kind of person who wants fan service. I've already showed you a whole bunch of it. It's a running gag, the fan service, because the general idea behind the fan service is that the demons don't understand modesty, and not for like I'm supposed to be super sexy or whatever. They just don't get it. Like this character right here, at one point she's chasing her on Max completely naked. The paparazzi's chasing her, getting photos of this naked woman chasing Max, and she doesn't understand why that's bad. The Demon Lord, which is right here, the Demon Lord's in this outfit, right? And then transforms into this woman right here and doesn't understand why the costume didn't enlarge and why everyone finds the skimpy outfit of a young schoolgirl on a mature schoolgirl inappropriate. Like, it's just, there's a lot of jokes like that, because the idea is the Demon Lord doesn't understand the human world, and the human world's gone to crap ever since they saved it. So I highly recommend this series. It really is one of my favorite right now. I was a little sad because I thought they were canceling it after 4, but 5 is on its way out, and it picks up with a new arc. There's a running thread about a mysterious character that is seemingly stalking Max that they never get into in these, and that seems to be what the next arc's going to be. So I'm excited to see where it's going to go. But I highly recommend Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero. And if you're wondering why, I literally cannot remember this name. I cannot at all. Dan will vouch how many times I'm like, yeah, that Demon Lord book I have. What's it called? But yeah, that's Level 1 Demon Lord. I hope you guys enjoy these types of videos of the recommendations. We're working on a couple other ideas so that I'm not just doing recommendations and then the reading club. But this week, you guys should be we're doing a list of all of Deku's powers and where they all came from. I thought we'd try one of those type of videos. I'm also going to talk about the Dark Hero arc and my opinions on it and what happens in the manga. So you can watch it if you want to get ahead, or you can not watch it if you don't want to get spoiled. And of course, we're going to be continuing our One Piece journey, in which I'm going to sit around and try to figure out what's going on in One Piece. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Like and subscribe if you want to keep Manga Storian going. And I want to keep up with these recommendations if you guys like them. Let me know if you like these. The Yakuza reincarnation did really well, but it also might be because we put a half-naked girl in the thumbnail. You know, I don't know. It might have something to do with that. There's going to be one in this thumbnail, so thank you guys. We'll see you next time right here at Manga Storian. Hey everyone, welcome back to I was gonna say Comic Storian. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Donald Duck. I got my Martian the Manhunter hoodie on. You know, Dan, I found this. We bought it at a con, and I was just going through my closet looking for another hoodie to throw on that people haven't seen. And I'm like, Martian the Manhunter. Why haven't I worn this one?